Hey, if you're a business owner or self-employed and you don't have any type of retirement account set up, or you're not putting money away that you can take advantage to take it out later and not pay taxes, you're gonna wanna watch this next interview. Also, if you are an entrepreneur or somebody who wants to start a business or you're in sales, listen, you're gonna wanna watch this next interview with Jorge Pulido because he's gonna show you how he's created his business for the last 9 years. Guys, Tony with Leto Financial and Insurance Services. About 4 or 7 weeks ago, I had the opportunity to help Jorge Pulido, owner of Kabazon Premium Waters, set up a different strategy for his retirement. He's not only taking advantage of the tax code, he's gonna be able to take the money out without paying any penalties, but also he's making sure that if something happens to him, he's gonna have an income coming in to help him sustain his household expense and his business expense. But honestly, more important, besides the fact that he gave me the opportunity and the trust to do this for him and his business, is his story. Me as an immigrant, being a business owner for the past 7 years, it has not been easy. It's not easy to develop a vehicle that is gonna allow other people to plug in. And that's what Jorge did as well. He's been going at it for the past 9 years. He's gonna show you how he built a business from scratch in a tough competitive industry that honestly, in my opinion, you have to see his story. And this is why I'm doing this interview with them. You're gonna be able to see it next. Please go to the interview. It is long, it's about 13 minutes. It's poor quality, I'm not gonna lie. We're not using high equipment to record these videos, but my idea is to expose real Latino entrepreneurs in LA, people that are taking the risk and they're betting on themselves. They're building their own vehicle to generate an income and allowing other people to come and ride the vehicle and also create an income for themselves. To me, that's the hardest thing, when you leave a vehicle that is already running and it's going, but you're just a rider, you're not the driver, and you leave that to create your own. That, to me, honestly, that's kudos. Watch the interview. I hope you like it. Tony Gutierrez, follow me on Instagram, Leto FIS, at Tony GTCV. You'll see everything at the end, so enjoy the interview. Hey guys, good morning. Tony with Leto Financial, and today I'm here with Jorge Pulido, Latino entrepreneur, owner of Kabazon Waters, corporate office out here in Downey, California. How you doing today, man? So really quick, guys, I want to bring out to your attention this guy. What year did you start your business, Jorge?
February 2010.
2010. How did you fall in this industry, the water industry, bottling industry? How did you came up and how did you started to work in this?
I was a teenager that didn't appreciate school till it was too late. So technically a high school dropout. Went over the employment guide, and it was between security gig or water company in Highland Park called Yosemite.
Okay.
Always been very straightforward. I asked gentleman Carl Stratz for an opportunity. He probably felt it was a kosher request, and he gave it to me. And I've never looked back. My loyalty stood with them until they sold. And I wouldn't give that much effort to not have control over my destiny.
Okay.
Or others.
Right.
Very small company, but then again, the largest family-owned business. Very resourceful there. So when the opportunity, when the unemployment papers came in for us being bought out, the top earners were basically let go. So I started Kabazon.
There you go. So you said it right now, high school dropout.
Yes, sir.
And something to me is, look, I'm personally, I'm a firm believer that we don't need to go through the education system that is being in place and that we currently has not been changed for decades. And that goes to show that when you have the drive and you have the idea and you understand how to generate something, look, this can happen. This is something that you started from your own, and this is something that you continue to grow. So tell me more, how your operations works. What are we looking at right here? Tell me a little bit more about your core operations so that we can tell people how do you operate, what cities you operate in. Because let me tell you guys one thing, it's true story. He supplies my water at my place, at my house. So this is not something that I want to do because, hey dude, let me make a video with you because you own a business, because it's a cool thing to make video about people that own businesses. This is someone that I personally know that does supply me with my water. But what are we looking at here, Jorge? What do you have back here?
This is
Come closer.
this is just At a small scale, for an indoor facility, this is roughly 1,800 square feet.
Okay.
Basically what you need, a 5,000 gallon tank. We have a bottling system there where the water literally gets rinsed, washed, sanitized, filled up. It was an ozone as an insurance policy for any bacteria that might be in the water. That lives in 24 hours. Basically, as oxygen mix. That's the filtration system that we use. Basically 2 carbons, 2 membranes, 2 pumps, because the city pressure is not enough, so we run it too faster to drop the parts per million. And the big benefit I see here as a consumer, not just as an owner, is everything is climate controlled.
Right.
So when people are hesitant to order plastic, or in our case, BPA bottles, that's a bonus. Number 2, everything is indoor, nothing is made in the south. Being that we're this small, we don't need much stock.
Okay.
It gets turned around 24 hours. This water got bottled Friday, will get delivered Monday, so it's very fresh. And that's it. The trucks are also enclosed.
Right.
And the city of Downey here has probably 20 plus active wells. So you have your water table, your tap, your wells, and your artesian springs. So it's not a bad choice, but we still run it through filtration.
Okay.
To get rid of that part mineral content.
Let me ask you a question, because I know you offer it. What's the difference between alkaline water and what would be the other purified water?
Most popular water is purified.
Purified.
Basically, disregard the source. It's water that gets collected. Stripped, meaning purified, meaning stripped of good and bad. But it drops the pH. So water is a living thing. And the way to find out where that level is with the pH say, or drops. Alkaline got very popular because it started perhaps with an alkaline body. Greens, anything alive, anything you cook, not cook but cut, that will turn brown. That's a living thing, right? They say lettuce could hear you eat. So, and water, it's just convenient to drink something with a higher pH. It complements someone's diet and basically day-to-day routine.
Okay.
But it's not the savior that some of these guys with no ethics are out there saying that it is.
Okay.
Like the cancer cure, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It runs in parallel with complementing illness. It'll
Okay.
probably, in my experience, and from what I know, to neutralize, a cancer state.
Okay.
From what I hear, it can't survive in an alkaline state.
I
It
see.
will in an acidic state.
I see what
And
you're
it's
saying.
acidic because it's fried foods,
Right.
anything processed, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you guys are out there trying to make a decision on alkaline, complement it with the lifestyle and the eating habits and everything else that you can do.
It's not just drink alkaline water and boom, you're cured.
I don't claim
You
it
know?
to be. It complements things, and I feel that the more sincere we are, the longer relationship we're gonna have, which is why we're here. I felt this man was very thorough, organic, confident. For a leader like me, made it very simple to follow him and understand things. And the thing closed, and here we are. So for someone that had a term policy before, I'm kind of glad that lapsed, and now we have taken advantage of the tax
Yeah.
code. We'll have some growth there, and as a kicker, we'll have a policy in case something prematurely happens to me. So
Yeah.
my kid brother's a beneficiary. He's
Exactly.
gonna cash in if something happens.
And that we go into the next stage, that the other reason why we're also here is he trusted me, like he just said, to build and set up a life insurance policy as an eternal vehicle for retirement, which obviously what he just said is once you understand how life insurance works, how the tax code allows us to use it to be able to build on tax current income, then that's when he started to realize, okay, there's a differences between term, there's a differences between whole life, and that's something that we just did earlier today, which we had the delivery of his policy. We submitted the application about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. He had to go through blood work, everything got approved as we submitted, And now he has a life insurance policy that is also building cash value, and that's money that he's going to have access to use for the retirement. If he has an investment opportunity and he doesn't want to drain down his personal bank account, then we can use the collateral from the life insurance policy so that he can do that partial investment. So that's something that we also just did right now. And like you just said, I really appreciate you trusting me to do this, because as a business owner, we understand that things are not as easy to come our way, because we have to build it from the ground up, literally. It's not as easy as we just got something handed to us, and you have somebody coming after you to tell you, look, we have to start looking ahead, we have to look into our future, what are you doing to start to put money aside? Well, there's different strategies that we can do. There's 401ks, there's 403bs if you were a teacher, 457bs, 403bs, but our bottom line is, look, there's a vehicle that is being in place with the government rules, which is the tax laws, IRS, Uncle Sam. If you follow these steps, dude, you're going to have all these caps, potentials, and rooms to take money out and not pay taxes. It's not that we're trying not to pay taxes, but we're paying a lot of taxes. Absolutely. As business owners that, hey, let's use the tax code to our advantage so that we can build a little bit of untaxed current income, and that's what we did. And he just said it, you know, and I appreciate you trusting me to do that.
So less complaining and set more short, long-term goals, and that'll fulfill you enough as you live year to year, and you know what I mean? It's just everything as positive as you can, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. George, if somebody wants to order water from you, they want to replace another company, they want you to be the one to bring in the water to their house like he does to me, every 4 weeks on the dot, it's the water is right there. What cities do you service in Southern California?
Ventura County, LA County, San Bernardino County, and Orange County.
Perfect. If somebody wants to contact you, where can they get a hold of you?
They can message you, man.
They can message me. You guys can send me a message. You can follow him on Instagram as well, at Kabazon Waters, correct?
Yeah.
So I'll make sure to add the link so you guys can see him. You can follow him direct. I do put my money where my mouth is, and clearly my family is drinking his water, and I made a change from a bigger company, and I'm not going to mention names, but honestly, nothing like working with somebody that you're building a relationship with, somebody who's building their own business, somebody who's an entrepreneur like you are. It's about supporting and helping each other as Latinos, as showing that even though we own a business, it's not about the flashy life, it's not about necessarily having to show people that we have all of these things, but to build something and do something with it. And it doesn't matter what your background is, whether you have a high school diploma, a college diploma, if you went to one of the biggest universities. At the end of the day, look, if you have an idea and if you know that it's going to work, run with it. The only person that you need to trust is trust yourself. I think you can agree with that. What would you tell somebody out there that I want to start a business, but I don't know what to do? But if they have an idea, what would you tell them to do?
Well, ideas are a dime a dozen. We all have ideas. Just go with what's logical. My main reason of staying in this business and continue to stay in this business is I get a kick of dopamine just by providing good customer service. So that's day to day. So that keeps me in a state that I feel no one could touch.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to say the downside, but the downside it is you're building something, so you sacrifice a few things,
Exactly.
family, etc.
Right.
But I feel that the transfer of wealth, establishing some type of passive income, and transferring that to maybe the children, not that I have any, is super important.
Right.
So I was fortunate enough to, my father's and mother to have me, but he was in absence, so
Right.
created this drive. So whatever board you got, transfer that into something positive, stay consistent, and be organic. The cash always follows. Just do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And I think that's basically it.
That's a great advice, man. Well, guys, thank you for watching. If you stuck through the whole video, Jorge Pulido, George Pulido, owner of Kabazon Waters, Tony Gutierrez with Leto Financial and Insurance Services, definitely trying to showcase all of us that we're trying to build and do something different and build and provide assistance for our family. We're in this country, we can do these things. Me as an immigrant, things that I've been doing in this country that I'm pretty sure I will not be able to probably get them in my country. So we all have a story, we all have a background, and that shouldn't determine who you are. The person that should determine who you are should be yourself, and just expose yourself and surround yourself with different life situations. Just because you were born in one nucleus doesn't mean that's the only thing that exists. There's a lot of it, and just get out there and explore and find who you are and build something for yourself and for your family, and don't just let the system tell you what you should do or who you should be. Think about life differently. Think about where do I want to go, and then work that way. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. George, thank you for your time. Thank you for trusting me, man. Appreciate it.